Good evening, watch lovers. You know what time it is. And joining me this evening, I have the lovely Kaylee.
Hi, guys.
And Gavin.
It's amazing, actually, that in all the 2 years, you actually don't deviate from just that very simple. Hello,
That's why I changed it to good evening.
What from? Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday night, 8 p.m. That Watch Guy London. Great to have everybody here. Spencer, what a week.
What a week.
We'll dive into the nitty-gritty shortly, but good week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
England, should we kick off with the old England bit first?
England.
Yeah. Kaylee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? You're like a football aficionado now, aren't you?
Loving it at the minute.
Are
I'm really
you?
into it. Yeah.
Really into it.
And also, they are my team on the sweep.
Kaylee, and what's the latest on the Brazil score?
4-0.
4-0.
Wow.
4-0.
Just to give you guys a quick recap then of our little draw and who's still in. We got Kaylee. Kaylee's got England.
Whoop, whoop.
She's playing against Robert James, who's France. You've got Nick C, who's got Brazil. Looks like they're going to win. Argentina, Spencer. Looks like you're going to have Brazil at some point. Greggy Boys with Switzerland. Spencer's guest. Oh, we still have Spencer's guest. Have you no alligator?
I'll give you the name.
Give me a name. Or I'll tell you what, why don't we just call that charity?
Yep.
We'll call
Okay.
that charity for the second. Is Croatia. They managed to squeeze past Japanese today. Des has got the Netherlands. Steve W, Portugal. They're still in. 4CDs has got Spain. And the old watch lady's got Morocco, who have been the surprise of the tournament. Yeah?
Nice.
What do you think? Talking about what do you think, Kaylee? Ladies and gentlemen, on Friday night, we had the BQ party, didn't we? Kaylee, I know you haven't seen any of this. I'm just going to roll it quietly in the background because it's just a little bit of what we got up to on Friday night. But you don't remember very much of it, do you?
She was busy ordering shots all evening, Gav. That's
She
why.
wasn't just ordering shots, Spencer. I mean, you got the bill. You must have seen how many shots
I
were on there.
haven't actually seen it yet.
But did you notice that Kaylee's decibels went through the roof on Friday night? She was screaming. Oh, look, there's Lisa. Oh, there's your brother. And then we get to Kaylee.
Oh, God.
Kaylee, do you want to talk us through it?
No, but Mum, please turn over.
Here's Kaylee doing what she thinks is her TikTok dance thing, screaming her head off. Now, I've had to mute the sound because the sound was shots, everyone. More shots for Spencer. Yeah. And then we went from shots. What did we do then? Yes, Kaylee come up with a silly game.
Oh, the name game that you stole off the next table.
Yeah.
And then she came up to me and went, are you playing my game? I went, yeah, I am.
Yeah, the name game. But Kaylee, then you actually got horrifically drunk, didn't you? What were you doing, Kaylee?
Carried
then?
on all weekend, Gav.
Did it? Did you have? I got to ask you. Did you have a hangover? More shots for Kaylee. Yeah, more shots for Kaylee. And then what did Kaylee do? Shots for everyone.
Oh, my God. Stop it.
Lynn had to hold her nose. Darren, who didn't want to drink.
No, Darren absolutely hated it.
Oh, there's David Dilly, who never wants to appear.
David done a good few.
Yeah, there we go.
David was
There's
as
Claire,
hungover as
and then we got
Leon.
Colette,
Knock
and then
them all
Hannah.
back. See, you didn't know there's so many ladies at BQ. There's Sarah, there's Simon.
Oh, my God, look how many shots people are doing.
Fantastic,
Hilarious.
Nadia. Watchmakers, they know how to drink, don't they? He goes down. Oh, look at that. It's a professional. And Mickey, God bless Mickey. Fantastic. And there was Kaylee. And Kaylee, of course, you then led the dancing for the night.
God,
But
turn this off.
Hold
It's
on.
making me feel sick.
Kaylee, there wasn't just dancing on the dance floor, was there? Oh, a little bit of slow-mo.
Oh, my God.
A little bit
stop.
slow-mo.
Have you got it on video? I'll be
No,
hot.
I haven't got it on video. But Kaylee, tell us what else happened on the dance floor.
Talk of the town, wasn't
Kaylee.
it? Camden.
Kaylee snogged some stranger.
He could be a follower of the channel, Gav. What do you
I'm
think?
not sure
No?
they'll be following us after seeing everybody's antics at the Christmas party.
Oh, my God. I'm
But Kaylee-
so mortified.
Stranger. Complete stranger?
No,
Yeah.
she must have known him.
Little kiss, you're single. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
I was the only single one in the office.
Yeah.
Everyone can just,
Yeah.
live vicariously through me.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah, and I fell over quite a lot.
Yeah. Reg Shopper says Kaylee drunk would leave you for dead, I reckon. Yeah,
She did
she
have a
can
good few.
properly have a go. In fact, this is
Did you not catch any of the
I've
falls?
had to remove. No, I didn't catch
didn't?
any of the falls because she fell over about 16 times. But
got bruises
there was a few of these. Kaylee out leading the way.
Can I say this is
Whoop,
the
whooping.
beginning of the night? I was sober here and I was also having a go at
Sorry.
Spencer's brother because I said, excuse me, Darren,
You,
how about you start?
You were sober here.
Yeah.
That was when you were going. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. I was sober there.
That's fantastic. Amazing.
That's out the way for another year.
Yep.
We'll
All done and
start
dusted.
planning the next one now.
Absolutely. Wristwatch. What are you wearing, Kaylee Lincoln?
So I thought I'm feeling very pink today.
Are you?
So what better
It's not
watch
quite
to
the
wear?
same Pantone colour,
No, but
is
it is.
it?
Look. Same.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay,
Let's have a
not
little
bad.
looky.
Very nice.
So what
36 mil.
better than a candy pink?
Kelly, reference,
pink for a
please.
little
Just
while.
wanna check.
126000.
Correct. Just checking.
126000. Kaylee, how much are these going for these days? Just so I know.
Quite
Roughly
reasonably
speaking.
priced.
No, not the Rolex CPO price,
No,
but the BQ price.
the BQ price, the more realistic price.
Yeah.
Probably about 11.
Amazing. Okay.
So
Perfectly
the CPO,
doable.
that'll be in the region of 16, I would have thought. 16 to
Yeah, they
18.
seem to be. Yeah, we'll get to that. It's about
Maybe
50%
20.
more expensive than BQ watches. You can say that one, Spencer. You've got something different on, I
I
noticed.
sure have.
What have you got going?
So you know how I always love the Smurf?
Yes.
So that's his brother. The 126719.
The
Also
blueberry.
known
The
as
blueberry.
The blueberry. Or the cookie monster.
Oh,
That's
cookie.
fair.
And look at the blue on that.
The
Spence.
blue really does.
That was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Have you?
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for that, James. Gavin Svedlov. Good evening. I'm wearing my Rolex unworn watch I purchased from BQ and I love it.
Aww.
There we go. That's absolutely beautiful. Spence, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I see it in the drawer and I've done some Instagram pictures of it, but it's absolutely beautiful. Really, really lovely. White gold, yeah?
Yeah.
Heavy? Usually
Yeah.
is. Let's have a little,
As
let's have a
you
little
will
fill. Yeah. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Would look lovely on me for Christmas. Terribly boring today because I've been out and about and I haven't been
You've
home.
been swatch shopping.
Well, yeah, funnily enough, Spencer, yes, I have been swatch shopping today, but I bought this in. It's actually getting on my absolute tits, if I'm being really honest, and there's a reason why, which you'll see later. In fact,
What is that, 18 millimetre?
yeah, about that. But it actually is a swatch pay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my swatch pay. So everybody looks at me like I'm mad when I go to pay for things on my swatch, but I'm going to put it to the microphone.
No, okay.
Go on.
The ticking is absolutely horrific on this. It was by the side of my bed last night, and I promise you it kept me awake. It is so loud. But here's the good news. We're going to talk about all things auction just a little bit later. As has been announced, Spencer, you're going to be doing another auction.
Yep, next
week.
Monday.
And people were asking for a what's in the box. And we definitely wanted to do something a bit different. But we all agreed, didn't we? That,
Well, it was.
Explain.
We didn't want people to be paying, say, £10,000 for something worth £2,000.
And equally, we couldn't
And
get carried out.
equally, we didn't want to be giving away something that was worth £30,000 for £3,000. So we just thought, to be fair to everyone,
Yeah.
we've given an indication of
Yeah.
the value.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is I went to my lovely friends at Swatch today and I've picked up a moon swatch. I'm not saying which one it is, but we're either going to have, and we haven't quite decided, what's in the box, and you can bid for what's in the box. You know it's a swatch, so don't go crazy, everyone.
Yeah.
Or we might just do like a little raffle,
Or we'll
a little charity raffle or something for, you know.
or sell off tickets.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll have to do it via Super Chats or something. But yeah, whoever enters in the evening can
Sure.
do it. And
Sure.
we want to do something. So anyway,
So we're going to try and get that away next week as
yeah,
well?
so that's we're going to do it on the show next
Okay.
week. So that's next Monday night.
So
taken care
next
of.
week, remember, it's an earlier show. We're starting at 7.
Yeah.
Because there's 30 watches.
Red Shovel's asking, will the reserve price suck the fun out of the auction?
I wouldn't have thought so. Because everyone has said to me, Spencer, you've got to put reserves. Some pieces won't have a reserve. And like I was guided by a lot of people, some of the bigger items will have.
Yeah.
But Red Shovel, what I could do is, if you would like to put some of your watches in the auction with no reserve, I can then add that to the fun for all the viewers.
Absolutely.
So guys, tell me, if you want Red Shovel to put some watches in the auction,
Personal collection.
yeah, then
No reserve.
we'll put them in with no reserve. And equally, if any viewer here feels that they want to have a bit of fun and put their watches in, I'll charge no commission. We'll put them in with no reserve.
Fantastic.
Let's see how many of you come
There
forward.
are plenty of watches going in. We'll talk about the auction a bit later. Right now, though, we do have a very, very, very special guest joining us. Let's welcome in the legendary Rupert the Bear Thorpe. Evening, Paul.
You're too kind, Gav, honestly.
I don't know about that. You told me you were coming on naked. Kaylee was so excited.
Couldn't
Yeah, I bet
wait.
she was, yeah.
She was like, he's not going to do it. I said, he will. He promised he would.
Gav, is this genuine, Spence? Are you really doing another auction next
Yep,
Monday?
we
If
are.
so, you're going to let me come
Genuine.
along,
Yeah, if you can find
Can
your
I
way
come along?
back up the motorway, Monday night, we need you with your bell.
I would not miss it for the world. Any chance I get to see my old mate in pain, I'm there.
30 watches. Ready. I looked at the list today, Paul, and I went, oh, that's really good. We've got 1 Tudor and 29 Rolexes.
Yeah, the Tudor just slipped in. It wasn't supposed to be in there.
The
I'll tell
Tudor
you what,
just
though, I've
slipped
got to
in.
give him his due, Gav. He's a glutton for punishment, and he's game.
He is game.
If he's nothing else, he's game.
Yeah. I went through the list a little bit earlier, and we'll go through it again later, just on the screen. But there are plenty of watches still without any reserves.
Yeah.
Someone's going to nab some bargains for
Well,
Christmas.
Red Shovel's going to throw some more in as well. Remember
Well,
that.
you could ask Paul. Paul, you fancy putting a watch in no reserve?
I might do. I might think
Yeah.
of something.
Yeah, okay.
I got to tell you, if this bloody thing keeps ticking, I might throw this in as well, except it's got my debit card attached to it. So that's probably not the cleverest idea. Now, Paul, you've come on to join us this evening because obviously you've been covering this whole Rolex certified pre-owned and what does it all mean. Spencer and Paul, what's your take on it? It's the first time we've managed to sort of see you talk about it.
Well, Paul, we've said we could talk for a month on this and still be unanswered questions.
Yeah.
What we're all doing is waiting to see. Actually, Gab, I think Kaylee's got a little story for us, haven't you?
Yeah.
Go on, what have you been up to?
So I thought, you know what? We all want to know how it works. How are they going to answer the questions? So I thought, you know what? So today I rang the number on Bushra's website.
Hang on, so you took time out of working
Yes,
for me?
to try and buy a watch, not from you. Yeah.
Okay, go on, carry on.
So I phoned the number on the website and I got an answer. Well, they answered and they went, I said, hi, I'm really interested in this watch. And they went, oh, is this to do with pre-owned? I went, yeah. And they went, yeah, that's not us. And I went, but this is the number on the site. And they went, yeah, we flagged that. It's not us. You need to either call Selfridges or Covent Garden. I said, okay, fine. What's the number? Tried calling, no answer. Either numbers. Then I got told I had to fill out a form on Bushra's website and that they'll get back to me. Filled it out. No one got back to me.
Oh, dear.
So then I phoned back again and I finally got someone answered. And she went, oh, I'm not near my computer. If I give you my work WhatsApp, I'll send you over some information. I went, I just want to know if it's got papers, the year. Yeah. I'll send you everything on a WhatsApp. So I WhatsApped. Okay, I'll come back to you. Well, that was at 3:00.
Still waiting.
Still waiting. Can't beat BQ.
Can't beat BQ.
Paul, what do you think?
Bit of good old-fashioned Rolex customer service going on there by the sounds of it.
100%. Paul, what's your take on it before I spill some news on this?
I think it's brilliant news for you guys. I've got to be honest, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to take this opportunity to give my video a plug that I'm releasing after this show has ended. And I'm going to be talking about some of the challenges that Rolex authorised dealers are now going to face, that people like Spencer and I have been facing and handling professionally, I hope, for many, many years. I think it's going to be quite good fun.
Yeah, I think you're right. Paul, you know how sometimes you get some little sources and a few bits and pieces. It never happens. Nothing ever comes my way. But all of a sudden, I get a call over the weekend telling me that nobody has really covered the actual issue with what's going on, how this is going to work for the ADs and for the Boucheras and maybe for, you know, some of the larger groups that are going to be doing this on behalf of Rolex. Yeah. So I had a chat with Spencer just before we came on air just to sort of run him through it. But here's what my chap's been told and how it's going to work. And I think it's quite different, but interesting. Basically, it's like a triple lock sale, which means, let's say, for example, I went into my AD and I bought my Milgauss. You can only sell, the way it's going to work, apparently, is you can only sell your watches back to the AD you bought them from. The ownership of the watch stays within their chain of cycle. So it goes back to them. If it got sold to Spencer and somebody else picked it up, they couldn't sell it back to...
So you have to go back with the original receipt?
Well, it's in their system as being their watch. So once you've bought the watch from, let's say, you know, ABC in Regent Street, the watch has to go back to ABC in Regent Street to be sold after 3 years. So the flippers, who are evidently still out there, will still be dealing in the grey market. But let's say Joe Bloggs, who's bought his watch, his Daytona or whatever it is, can only sell it back to the AD he bought it from.
So only he
That's
can.
not official though, Gav, is it?
That's not official, but that's what my chap is telling me.
I can't see that working.
Is how it's going to work.
Next question: what will they get offered? So if they buy a Milgauss now for $8,000, what do they get back in 3 years' time?
So the term I was told is that if you wanted to, let's say for example, I bought myself a Submariner, and in 3 years' time I went to trade it in. What Rolex are looking to do, according to this chap, is they want to get rid of this whole VIP list, the people that are waiting to trade up to bigger pieces. They want to keep you in their ecosystem so that essentially you would trade in your watch at a reasonable price. I don't know what that means, but a reasonable price.
Less than RRP?
I don't know what reasonable means. I mean, okay. I don't know. Less than, so a reasonable price, which will then give you the opportunity to buy still the bigger pieces. So in other words, if you keep feeding their chain, they will trade you up in their chain.
But not on a list?
No list.
So when you go in there, have the watch?
I think, to be fair, guys, all this has got to pan out. I don't know who that source is, but I really don't see that working. I think we got to give them a chance, be fair to them. I mean, when I said I'm looking forward to seeing them face the challenges that pre-owned watch dealers face, I can't actually see them facing it because I don't think they're qualified to do so. But I wish them well. I hope that it works for the watch community. But I mean, the scenario that you've just played out there, I don't see how that's going to work.
Well, quite simply, there wouldn't be that many people trading on it, would there?
Yeah.
You're right there, James. You had a bit of an accident in there.
That's exactly it, Gav. You wouldn't wait 3 years to sell your watch, because if you wanted to sell your watch,
you'd sell it.
You'd sell it inside the 3 years.
Absolutely.
And then go again.
Yeah. But this is great for the consumer, Paul.
It's good for the consumer. It's more choice. It's another option for them. It will certainly satisfy some people that really only ever want to deal with the ADs in the first place, and that's their prerogative, that's their choice. But yeah, it's good for the consumers, and I think ultimately, despite what some people have been thinking and saying, I think it's good for the pre-owned dealers as well, because I think it will show the public
one set of people that it's really good for, if it works for them, is the actual ADs themselves. Because what do Rolex actually get out of this functionality? Is it the servicing? Because it's the Watches of Switzerland or the boosters that will be buying the watches and then retailing the watches. So that's great for them because they get to earn some money. Or is it going to be in-house like you have in-house?
No idea.
It's got to be the servicing, Gav. I mean, I've always said that Rolex are interested in doing two things: selling new watches and servicing second-hand ones. So I think that's where their pound of flesh will come in. Whether they're taking a cut of that sale, who knows? It's a possibility.
The one thing that surprised me was looking at sort of Boostera's website and watching all the YouTube chats over the weekend, is the prices. The prices just seem, if everybody thought grey market prices were unrealistic, these seem pretty bad. So James, pop out that picture we just sent you over. This was from the Boostera website that Spencer just sent over. James, you got that?
Yeah. Anytime, James. This week to do. Is it up?
Haven't you got it on the button? Do you mean the Daytona?
Yeah. There it is. Sorry, I didn't see it. Spence, you sent this, didn't you?
This is crazy. I mean, Paul, this is a 2017 Daytona at €62,500.
Now, bearing in mind, I can't see what you put up on the screen.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see what you put up. But
do you want to just describe
Sure, Paul. This is the ceramic Daytona, the 116500, the Panda, the white dial.
Yeah.
So this on the grey market, I would say, is somewhere 27,000.
Yeah,
27, 28,000. This is a 2017, so one of the earlier ones. So they are currently showing this at €62,500, which is £53,800. Yeah,
and that currently sells with you at
27.
27,000.
But
list is
also,
11.5.
In that picture, it says box and then a cross next to it. So basically, they're selling it at 53,800 without a box as well.
And with original papers, or we don't know?
I can't understand that bit.
Doesn't seem to tell us. I mean, from the information that I've seen, going on the Bukhara website, is that they don't appear to be telling you whether
What
the
year?
watches come with the original cards,
Yeah.
what year, and that leads into another story that we're going to discuss another time, I think, Spence. But look, if that's the price that people are prepared to pay for the benefit of being served by someone with a Rolex badge, that's their prerogative.
So I actually asked this lady at Bushra today, I asked about the paper side of it, because I said, I don't understand what this says on the website. I said, does this mean that it's got original papers or it doesn't? On obviously when they describe it. She went, oh, well, I'll send you it all over. I thought,
So we haven't got the answers yet. It's not fair to comment on it, but, you know, we're going to mystery shop and see what's going on.
Interesting, though, how it's all sort of playing out. And it's given everybody something to talk about for a change, Paul.
I've got a feeling that those watches are going to come, all of those watches are going to be supplied with a replacement warranty card.
Yeah.
And even if they've got the old one, I don't think you're going to get it. That's my...
Well, on screen, which you probably can't see now, but we've got the cream card, the little thing that they put out on their marketing with the Rolex pre-owned guarantee, which you think will replace the original card.
Yeah, I think that will supersede it, and I think there's a very good reason why.
Yeah. What about, I mean, for the sort of retail punter who's just going to walk into, I don't know, a Bushra somewhere in the world and just think, oh, great, they've got a Daytona that I can't buy. Does that mean that people aren't educated enough on grey market and grey market prices to know where to go?
Possibly, Gav, but again, I think it comes down to what I've always said for years and years and years, and that is that when you sell these watches, you really have to be able to look your customer in the eye when he comes back in 6 months. Blimey, James, you weren't joking when you said you'd turn the contrast up. I look like I've been standing in front of the fire.
We thought you'd been on holiday, Paul.
Dear, oh dear, I've just got a glimpse of myself. I look like I'm ready to explode. Yeah, I think you've got to be able to look your customer in the eye.
What about the whole sort of 2-year warranty side of things? I know there's been lots of questions about that.
That's nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 2-year warranty. I've got no problems with that. So I've got no problems with anything they're doing, apart from the fact that I hope the customers that shop with them go into it with their eyes wide open and actually realise what they are getting in addition to what, not just what you guys offer, any watch dealer, any reputable watch dealer across the country. I'm hoping the watch buying public will go into it with their eyes wide open and realise what they're actually getting for that extra amount of money. And it is, looking at that as an example, a lot of extra money.
Well, Paul, like you said there, and I think I followed your channel last night, it's great that the customer's got a choice. Go in with your eyes wide open, have a look and see what you've got. But let me tell you guys, Paul, if you could sell Daytonas at that sort of money for me, never mind 2-year warranty, I'll give you a lifetime warranty at those prices.
Yeah. Can't you just buy a watch from you and send it off to Rolex and get a service card? Doesn't that give you a 2-year warranty?
Well, you can do, but we give a 2-year warranty anyway. Remember, we are selling.
That's a great point, Gav. That's a great point. I mean, at the end of the day, sorry, how much did you say that watch is, Kaylee, at your place?
53.
Oh, what that we'd sell it for? Probably about 26.
And what is it in pounds from Bukhara?
53,800.
Is pounds or euros?
Pounds, £62,500.
Well, that's
euros.
A lot of Rolex service in there, isn't it? So you could come. That means that someone could come along to you guys, pay you the full asking price without bidding you a penny, and whip it off to Rolex that afternoon, and get it serviced and get it back.
And they're still saving money.
And you're still saving thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
So,
thousands, tens of thousands.
It baffles me a little bit. But
I'd like to know where they've got these prices from. That's what I would like to know.
Greg Rouse makes a good point. He says, if you sell the watch back after 3 years, there's still 2 years of the original warranty still remaining. So Rolex isn't really offering anything anyway, if you have to wait 3 years.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, Tim also says, Tim Jack says, all it means, and you tell me if this is right or wrong, Spence, that the grey market will simply put their prices up to that of the AD's pre-owned. But the market's the market, isn't it?
We're not looking to put prices up, but if everyone is putting prices up and paying more, it'll push the prices up.
Well, if people are paying it through you. Yeah. I mean...
There's a very good answer to that one, Gavin.
Yeah.
Look, anyone, you can see it on Chrono 24 all the time. There's no law against asking whatever you want for a watch. You can ask £1 million for that Daytona, but nobody's going to pay it. So the market is really set at what people are prepared to pay.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by the market is the market.
The market's the market.
If Boucheron don't sell that watch, it will soon be coming down in price. But what interests me more about that is I don't believe for 1 second they paid more than Spencer Dryer will pay for that watch. They haven't given someone 40 grand for it and being the best bidder in the market.
Because everyone will be selling to them.
But as a larger company, and you two guys have been in retail, the margins they work on must simply be bigger because of their overheads.
And their snobbery. I'm going to say that. Let's be honest, that they are very confident in their own belief to reel their customers in, and I mean literally reel them in, right? And they'll pay whatever they can get out of them.
Pete the Greek's asking Spencer, he's saying, can Rolex get the volume they need to supply the pre-owned market appetite, or will it just be a token gesture?
Well, they don't need much volume because, like Paul said, at 62,500, they won't be selling but that many of them anyway.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows with this? But what's very interesting, Paul, as well, you got on one side a retail watch at 11,500, a customer on a list for quite a number of years, and then he can't get the watch. But in the other window, you've got a watch listed at 40 or 50,000 that you can have straight away.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a conflict, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess if somebody's got their name down with Rolex for the watch that we just showed, and they've got a pre-owned coming, I guess they can just ring everybody on the list or whoever's got their name down and see, maybe perhaps...
But will the new... That's another question, Paul. Will the new watches be coming in?
Look, guys, I think Spencer and I have got our own views on a lot of this, which we're going to reveal, I think, another time, Spence, right? But we think there's potentially a bit of a conspiracy theory going on here, but... You know,
we'll discuss it and then put it out. Yeah, this will be going on for a number of weeks, months of people talking about this.
Here's an interesting one, which I think Paul would do well to answer, and Spencer. Adam Crossfire says, who controls the market, though? The CPO, the grey dealers, or the clients, the customers?
The market.
And the market is the customers.
Yeah.
If customers aren't buying and not selling, it sets the price. It's not every grey dealer.
If no one wanted a Daytona... then they wouldn't be selling at that level. They find their level at what they sell at, and that's the market. Would you not say, Paul?
Absolutely. Look at them. Look at the way the market's gone recently. I mean, you guys didn't choose to suddenly lose money on certain watches. You guys didn't suddenly decide that your stock was going to be left worth less now than it was 6 weeks ago, and neither did Rolex. The only people that have decided that is the market, is the customers.
The customers, yeah.
All very interesting, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come. And there was a story doing the rounds this weekend, Paul, about Rolex slowing down supply again because of this whole oil or gas or electricity crisis, and promising to sort of cut their output.
We get so many stories and rumours, but who knows who knows what's happening? You know, what I often say is that it's not official until Rolex say so, but they don't really tell us very much. I honestly don't know. What I do know is that they're very clever. They'll have their eye on the market, and everything they do is very, it's thought out well, it's calculated, and they eventually usually end up being right. And that's the interesting part about this pre-owned thing.
Mm-hmm.
Designer Tele is asking, if I send my sub to service, I get a green warranty. If AD buys my watch and they send it, that's the only way to the CPO. Yeah.
Paul, can I ask you, over the years, have you ever got a reply or anything from Rolex? You know, like everything we're talking about. It's almost like a silent wall, isn't it? There's very little ever really
replies. Yeah, I've had replies. I've had letters from their lawyers on 2 occasions. I've had a response from St James's Square about my appeal to get the lost and stolen register reinstated. But you know, they've never been helpful. I mean, the letters I had from their lawyers was to tell me to, you know, stop using their trademark and bits, which is fair enough.
Yeah, that's Young and Co, isn't it, Paul?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, they're friends of mine as well over the years.
Yeah. They're friends. Listen, you know, I speak to a lot of dealers. They go, "Oh, I've never had a letter from Rolex yet." And I say, "Well, you're not part of the club. You know, when you have, You
I've
made it.
I've had a few letters as well. I used to try and advise them on how their papers should be and added holograms, which they didn't take too well to. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I've got to be fair though. I've got to say this. I actually spoke to the people at the Rolex lawyers, and they were actually really nice. To be fair.
Yeah.
Paul.
I gave them your name.
Paul, next week, what you wearing? You planning your outfit now?
I won't start thinking about that till the end of the week. I might give Kaylee a ring and take some advice from one of the younger members of the team.
So you're going to be wearing pink then. Make sure you're not clashing with Kaylee.
Yeah, no, I won't do that.
Yeah.
I could never clash with Spencer, not unless I...
What, blue or green?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fantastic.
Paul, should we auction off some of your clothes? What do you think?
I'll tell you what, talking about the auction, I've got a very good idea. I've got a really good idea. Why don't we throw into the auction next week a day with Spencer and I, right? And the winner that goes to the highest bidder, which the money can go to a Christmas charity of anyone's choice, and they can come and spend a day with me and Spencer. Or should that be the booby prize?
Oh, I'll pay not to go to those.
Yeah.
Hold my camera.
I think people will pay a lot of money, let me tell you.
All I ever hear is, hold my camera, Gav. Hold my camera, Gav. Gav, hold my camera.
Is the mic working? Is it charged? Is it turned on?
That's quite a good idea, though. You should do that. See how much you get.
Not a bad idea.
Let's think of a real nice, real worthwhile charity to raise some money for Christmas. Even nicer if it was a person that we could actually benefit.
Well, what won't we do an old age home near you, Paul, where you're going to benefit from?
Yeah.
What, somewhere in Hove, Gav?
Yeah, somewhere in Hove. We must find an old people's home in Hove where Paul's going to end up.
You got to go to Bognor for that. That's a few years' time yet, mate. I'm not planning that yet.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. Paul, so for next week's auction, you're going to be obviously the auctioneer again with your gaggle and your sold and all the rest of it. Have you had a chance to have a look through the lots yet?
Mate, to be honest with you, Spencer sent me a text saying I'm doing another auction, and I just looked at my phone and shook my head and thought, the man's mad. And that's as far as I've got.
They're all on there, Gav. You seen?
No, we're gonna go through them shortly. We're gonna go through them shortly.
What are you putting up this time?
James, can you pop up the? Can you see Paul now? You got it on your screen somewhere, so you can see what's going on.
No, unfortunately, I can't at the moment.
Okay, well organised again with a little iPad to the side. No, okay.
No, all I can see is his lordship at the moment.
Right, okay. James, can you pop that up?
Yeah, I'm just getting it.
Okay, all right. James is going to pop up next week's auction on the screen so we can have a little look. 30 lots, ranging in prices from
a couple of thousand to about 40.
Yeah.
Kaylee?
Mm-hmm.
Thereabouts.
Nick Nicola's asking, can I come and try one of the auction watches on Saturday morning?
If you... Yeah, of course you can.
Of course you can. I'll tell you what, James, while you faff with that, let's go quickly to the unboxing because there's a few details in the unboxing about what's going to be going on. So let's just cut to this quickly. Except the button doesn't work, James. There we go.
Bear in mind, I'd been sick all day. I was shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Then so I getting chest pains, and I mean, I know I'm dramatic, but they were in agony. So I was actually scared. And then I Googled, why am I getting chest pains after drinking? And it said, if you drink quite a lot in a short space of time, it thins your blood and you'll get chest pains. And I Googled, can I take ibuprofen to get rid of it? And you can. Oh. But it's the only way I could go to sleep, otherwise I wouldn't be able to sleep. It's fucking terrifying. I don't want to die. Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back everybody to an unboxing with
Kaylee
and Gavin. Now, in lieu of next week's auction,
we've got an auction item.
An auction item.
Okay, cool.
I've been through, I've had a little look, and of course, this caught my eye. Kaylee, do you want to have a look, see what I picked?
Okay.
I'm not sure we've actually unboxed one of these in all the years.
Okay.
Yes.
So, a Hulk.
Reference number?
116610LV.
That's the one.
Love
Let's
that.
take it out and have a little looky. Now, we said to
Another
Spencer, if you're going to be stupid enough to do another one of these, one of these auctions, we need some proper pieces in there, don't we?
And a lot of people had said, like, we want some hulks, like bigger pieces this time.
Give that to you. You can demonstrate it. Yes, so this time we've got 30 lots.
30, yep.
Ranging, across the board, but there are definitely some bigger pieces, and we have some reserves on some of the pieces, not all.
No.
Do take
but we
your
needed
time.
to, because last time
we can't have him have his pants taken down again.
Not by Christmas, because Christmas, everyone's in a good mood. If next
just,
Monday goes tits up,
no, not after you just paid for a Christmas party as well. That's all you need doing. Brilliant. So 30 lots going into this auction, and this is one of them. Now, obviously, this is special.
Yeah, I mean, a hulk is everyone. You've got a hulk. I just think like a Submariner everyone should have in their collection, but I do think this is discontinued, as we know, and I do think a hulk is just one of the best Submariners, in my opinion. There is. Do you want to try it on, Gav?
I'm going to put it on. Oh, this watch, by the way, swatch is really annoying me. Listen to that.
No, sorry, that would make me
annoying.
actually lose
my
mind.
It's my swatch pay.
Oh.
Yeah, but the tick tick tock is
That's so weird, swatch pay.
So loud. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful watch. Do we actually know what year this is?
I believe it's got no papers, so it gets our 2-year guarantee. So it'll be a scrambled serial number.
So this is a BQ certified pre-owned.
It is.
Yeah. It's a BQ CPO.
Yeah.
Look at that. Absolutely
But I
gorgeous.
think Hulk suit. Do you know what? I think Hulk suit anyone. In my opinion.
The green,
it's
the
just
shine
the
of the green. Absolutely.
And it's the
beautiful.
shade of the green as well. Do you not think?
I'm not one to say what condition it's in, but to me it looks pretty mint. It does look in fabulous condition. There barely looks like there's a scratch on it. So what year did you say this was?
So it's scrambled serial number.
Right.
Because obviously it's got no papers. So.
Okay. Oh, so you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. But apparently that doesn't matter anymore anyway, does it?
No, doesn't matter.
No. According to the world. So that's a beautiful piece, and that's going to be going in the auction. As I said, not sure if it has a reserve or it doesn't have reserve, but it's an exciting piece. Well, usually we say, Kaylee, how do people find you if they want to buy this watch? But they can't buy this watch currently because it's going to go
in the auction.
Into the auction
on the 12th, next Monday.
Yep. So Monday night. Now, do you remember how the bidding works? When's the auction opening this time?
So this time it's opening this Friday, the 9th of December at 9 a.m.
You can start your bidding then.
You can start your bidding then, and obviously the first lot will close at 7:33 p.m. on Monday,
live
the 12th
on the show.
of December, live on the show.
Fantastic.
And then it'll be the same as it was last time. We'll talk through it, and it'll be quite quick.
Hopefully it's going to be
exciting.
Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more less frenetic for us. Now we've done it once. Now
yeah, because there's some things that we wanted to, especially I wanted to improve on. Like I wanted to give more descriptions and stuff, but obviously this time.
We're all over.
On a roll, and it's a 2-hour show.
And the reason why we're opening up on the Friday, so everybody can have a good couple of days to look and bid and get involved with the watches. Do take note that some of them do have a reserve and plenty of them don't. It's pretty much very heavily favoured towards Rolex, this auction, I noticed. There's 1 Tudor and 29 Rolexes.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, so maybe the next auction we'll do...
we might do no Rolexes
no Rolex,
if we do another one.
No Rolex auction, exactly. What else did I want to say? How do people pay? That's changed as well.
Yes, so...
They can leave a deposit, they can ring up, you can leave a £2,000 deposit, almost like on escrow, where we'll just ring fence the money, allows you to bid for the watch, or you just put your credit card details in, and upon the completion of the auction, your funds will be debited from your card. But as I said, we've now got the option of ringing up.
And that's if you want to pay by bank transfer. So if you win, then you...
Bank transfer the balance.
Bank transfer the balance, if that's how you'd prefer to pay. So.
Perfect. So there we go, Rolex Hulk Submariner. But if there's any of the other watches that you want any information on that are not in the auction that you've seen on the BQ website, Kaylee, how do they find you?
YouTube.
Tickety Tock.
Instagram.
Or just give her a call.
BQ Watches.
See you on the next one.
Bye guys.
And just while we were on there, we saw a terrific comment come up from Stuart Wallace, which leans back to what I was saying earlier. But Stuart says, we'll discuss this now. Been speaking with Kaylee at BQ, re my brand spanking new Explorer 2 RRP 7900. My AD has offered 6,500, so that's below list, as a part exchange against the promise of a no-date sub. Kaylee was happy to offer, I believe that's
me.
8.5 as a part exchange against theirs. What do you think about that? I mean, that's exactly what this chap told me, is that they would, for the promise of your next watch, you'd have to accept a reasonable price.
You have a choice. If the promise can be delivered in a reasonable space of time, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a good deal for them.
Depends.
But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, what is that space of time?
But you've got to get that promise, Gav. You've got to, I mean, look, that's no different from saying if you buy a load of jewellery from us, we'll bump you up the list. You need it in writing.
Yeah.
I mean, as Spencer rightly says, and quite fairly, look, that's not such a bad deal if they do deliver.
Yep. Ken Luce is asking, Spencer, what's a scrambled serial number mean?
Well, interesting one. Up until 2009, you had a letter for almost every year, and you knew exactly the year. From 29 onwards...
It's on the bottom of there,
actually,
isn't it?
it's on the mouse mats here.
Turn it towards your camera.
From 2010 onwards, they basically scrambled serial numbers. They mixed it up for model serial... Sorry, they mixed it up with a letter and a number. So there was no way of knowing what year the watch was made.
Right.
Something we'll cover at another time of why... no one actually knows, do they, Paul, why this was done?
No, there's a theory, but nobody knows.
So then after 2010, they went scrambled, right? Which is down here, random.
So this was the issue, that if a card was lost, you wouldn't know the age of the watch.
Right. So that hence is what the scrambled serial number is all about.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
And why scrap a time-proven and much-loved system?
Paul, you can save that for your next video, because I know you've got theories on that, haven't you? So let's not dive into that now. Let's leave that for your next one. Just coming back to the auction, boys and girls, we had a little look while the unboxing was on. Let's have a little wander through the lots here. So you've got the only non-Rolex is a Tudor, black grey.
Yeah, that was a mistake, the Tudor, but we left one in.
You left one in. Well, someone to snap that up. We got a Rolex Datejust, another Datejust 41, bimetal Datejust, a GMT Master 2, a Submariner, another Datejust, a Daytona, Submariner, another Datejust, another Daytona bimetal. Lots of choice here, Spence. When you went through, what made you pick these out?
We just picked a variety of different things. I mean, the list is endless. There's untold that we could have put it in there, but we tried to keep it varied.
And I'll go through a couple of my crackers in there.
Go on then, yeah. Tell me which ones.
Well, the ones that have immediately taken my eye, to be honest, they're all on page 2.
Okay, let's go to page 2.
The ones that took my eye instantly, that's a 16509. Love that dial. Let's have a look. Have you got a reserve on that?
Which one? Lot 26?
Lot 27.
You've got 27. Is it lot 27?
Yeah, that's the white gold. That's beautiful watch.
Don't know what the reserve is, but that took my eye. 28, the day 2. Yeah, you've got a reserve on that as well. I don't know what it is, but that's a lovely watch. And lot 30, the ladies' Rolex Pearlmaster.
There's Smurf. There's Pearlmaster.
You like the Pearlmaster, Paul?
Yeah.
Kaylee loves that as well.
No, I love it.
Beautiful watch.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Beautiful watch. I mean, I say ladies, it's 34 mil. I mean, look, a gentleman could wear it, but essentially it's a ladies' watch today.
Spencer will get away with that one.
Yeah. But I mean, those 3 really took my eye. There's probably more, but those 3 initially took my eye, along with the PO1, actually, the Tudor. I sold mine to a gentleman called Paul, who's a viewer. And I kind of regret selling it, actually, but there you go.
James Seagrave says, I won the Panerai last time. Bit big on the wrist, but love it. Hoping to bag another bargain this time. Be nice to have an idea of the reserves. How does that work, Spence? I mean, you've got to bid until you hit it, really.
Yeah, you'll see on there, the bidding starts on the Friday morning, doesn't it?
9 a.m. Yeah.
9 a.m. on the Friday. So you've got all day, all over the weekend. Then it will say reserve met, and then you're off and running.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody's
I'll
asking.
tell you what else is worth looking at there as well. I've just noticed you've got 16233. I mean, they are a classic gents Rolex.
Yeah, that's why we thought we'd put that in there.
Beautiful watch, no reserve. I mean, this is a timeless, cannot lose, absolute cracker of a watch. 16233, sold hundreds of them in my time. Classic champagne dial, diamond hour markers, no reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was just asking on the Pearl Master about box and papers, etc.
Yeah, it's 2021.
If you
I'm
just
correct.
click into the link, you can see there's all the details of everything that's included. And yes, it is box and papers.
And it'll show the year there as well, and you got the model number.
Yeah, year and model number. Unlike
Some of our friends.
Boucher's,
Yeah.
PCOs.
We're quite transparent.
Absolutely.
Actually, Spence, the more I go through these, there's some good pieces here. There's another 16233 and a double 18208 as well. That's nice.
What's that one? Yeah.
Which auction? Which lot number?
118208. That is lot number 13.
Let's get that for you. Lot number 13. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous bit of a watch, that one.
If the guys are looking for something a little bit more affordable, then I'll always recommend the classic 16233s. Again, no reserve. That one with a button hour markers.
Just to follow up on Stuart's story, Stuart Wallace, he's saying, but it's okay for them to make a full profit from the sale of the Explorer, then full profit from the sale of the Sub, and a substantial profit from the resale of the Explorer, but want me to take a £1,200 loss on the trade. And then he says, P.S. the Sub was physical, but wanting me to swallow the £1,200 loss against a 2k profit from BQ.
Well, look,
Yeah.
like we've said with all of this, everyone's got a choice to make.
Yeah.
Our customers, who are also Rolex's customers, can decide, and they can weigh up the best idea and best thing that they want to do.
Yeah.
It's their choice. Paul,
100%.
you mentioned this yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people know my view on ADs, and it's not because I've got an axe to grind with them. I just think sometimes they like, or for a long time, they've liked it all their own way, and it's probably going to pan out that way again. Frankly, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't really matter to me where people buy their watches these days. It's not going to affect my life either way. But what I do care about are the consumers out there. That's part of my job nowadays. And as I said, if they're going to get a promise, get it in writing, and go into any deal like that with your eyes wide open.
Yeah. This is one of my favourites in the auction, Spence. And I've just seen Jeremy DeWitt says, like the Milgas. That completes my set, Spence, by the way.
Full set?
That would be full set for me. Green, white, and black.
Oh, because you got the blue.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Did you know I got the blue, Spence?
That's
Got it from an
right, I
AD,
remember.
Spence.
Yeah.
Got it from a real person,
Hang on.
apparently.
Let me tell you, you could take it back in 3 years' time, lose $2,000 on it.
I know.
How about that?
Isn't that good? Yeah. And then buy myself something nice. That's really, really good. I love that. Kaylee, it's World Cup time and you've been on the old celebrity watch hunt again, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah. Should we take a look at your celebrity watch? All right, Kaylee Pops. What we got first up?
Neymar,
Who does he play for?
Brazil.
Did he score tonight?
He did. Second goal at the penalty.
Fantastic. What's he wearing?
A Daytona yellow gold Oyster Flex Paul Newman dial 116518 LN.
Listed at 24,550. Paul, do you want to have a guess at what the current price is? It would be a guess. We're all going to guess. Spencer should know, but he never does.
I have no idea. 50 grand?
I'll go 33.
A little bit more. Sort of 36, 38.
And the price is, James?
45.
Oh, 45.
We're underselling ours. Quick.
Quick,
Get on the
take it
computer,
off.
put the prices up.
Quick. And that would be 60 grand at Boucher at least.
CPO.
CPO. Celeb watch number 2, Kaylee. Who's this fella?
I don't know his name, but I think he also plays for Brazil.
Come
Am
on.
I wrong?
You can do better than that.
No, I don't know his name.
Yes, Casemiro.
Oh, yeah.
Casemiro. So Casemiro is wearing an 18-carat pink gold Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. It's
Open works.
beautiful. That's very fancy. I reckon that's huge. Paul, you're an expert on these things, APs.
Beautiful thing, mate. And I'll tell you what, though, I wouldn't be, after what happened to Raheem Sterling, I think all these boys need to take these watches off.
I know, don't they just? Well, seems to me they've all brought them with them out to the World Cup. So
It's
Qatar.
looking that way, yeah.
I'm going to go 200 grand on that. Spence?
400.
Oh, Paul?
300.
I was going to say bang down the middle. Kaylee, price is?
360.
£360,000. Lucky these boys earn half. That's a week's wages for him. That's not bad, is
That's
it, Paul?
one goal. One goal and you're away.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Celeb number 3. There he is, our man Declan Rice. He's going to be leaving West Ham, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really said it. He said all his friends are winning trophies and he's not.
Yeah.
And him and Mount have been best friends since they were 8.
Right, okay.
You know?
So he's wearing a Platinum Audemars Piguet Royal Oak reference. I can't even read that. 15202 PT.
PT.
Paul, what do you think of that one?
225.
I'm going to go... I've been low every single time. I'm going to go 275.
250.
Straight down the middle.
300.
Oi, oi! Finally. Wowza.
300.
Okay, amazing. Katie, that's you done then for another week. Paul, have you been watching the World Cup at all?
As much as I can do.
He only follows
I've
Fulham.
been very busy, but Fulham aren't playing. I'm not really that interested.
Are there any Fulham players in the World Cup? There is one, isn't there?
Two in the USA team. We had 2 in.
Is it Mitrovic one of yours?
Yeah, 2. We had Mitro. He's in the Serbian.
Oh, sorry, Mitro. Sorry.
I think we had 2 in the Wales squad. We had about 5 or 6 players out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Aww.
Well, that's all right, isn't it? Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Okay. Spencer, just going back to the auction for a quick second. We covered it in the unboxing, but let's just make it clear for everybody. The other thing that's changed is payment. How can people pay?
So you've got to register with your card. So that is so that if you want to buy something, your card's in there that it can go through. Equally, if anyone's got any questions, they can give us a call, and we will also take a bank transfer.
So what you're doing this time is to make sure that bids are real and there's no messing around. You're taking a £2,000 holding deposit if someone wants to bid.
So if someone thinks that they might be interested in 3 or 4 watches, they can leave either their credit card, but some people have expressed they're not happy with that. So they can leave £2,000 on a bank transfer per watch. If they don't buy anything, so if they were to leave, say, 8,000 for 4 watches, if they don't buy anything, the money goes straight back to them.
Yeah.
And equally, if they do, that will come off what they purchased.
It's not going into the Spencer Dry Christmas Club.
No. It will go straight back to the customer. I thought of it, but I'm going to return
James,
it.
you can't do any telephone bids, can you?
No. Well, you definitely can't. Some good customers can, but you can't.
Telephone bids would be a bit
we
difficult.
We just can't because it would just be too difficult.
Yeah.
Too difficult.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And he's paid for all the software now, Paul.
Yeah, that's
the only reason we're doing this is because he paid for the software.
Yeah, he told me that. It doesn't matter that he's losing money.
He lobbed out
use of the software.
Exactly. He lobbed out the money, and now we have to do it. But I mean, it was great fun. The first one. I'm sure the second one's equally going to be as good fun. Right, Paul, will you stay with us for the questions from Instagram?
Absolutely.
Okay, just very quickly, Stuart's asking, where is the auction list, please? If you go to bqwatches.com, there's a tab that says auction, and you'll find all of the auction items. Luke Jones, 1969, Paul, you can have this. Oh, no, it's not a question. Please don't allow Rolex to buy up the upcoming auction.
It's funny, though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Then he asks maybe a serious question. Have Rolex bought back many watches for you to sell on their site? That's another goodie. Okay. Next up is Spenel 3X. Don't think this matters. Just the same as approved used cars. Oh, I think he's talking about the Rolex entering the grey market. How is Baby Gav? Well, Baby Gav is Janilda's little baby.
Who isn't called Baby Gav?
He's not called Baby Gav. Yeah. How is the baby?
We must get an update
Fine.
from Janilda.
Yeah, she's good. She's just in Italy, living her best life.
Yeah, she's in Italy at the moment.
Yeah.
Tell her we all miss her. She doesn't care about us. She doesn't write. Never sends me pictures of the baby. Jesus. Okay. Hope you're doing well, Janilda. Dr. Mexicoe. Would a certified pre-owned Rolex with a tag command a premium if it was offered to BW or just another?
Probably to BW it would do, but BQ it wouldn't.
Yeah. I think we probably should have done the questions from Instagram first because they're all related to what we talked about first. Thoughts on the Harrod edition?
Kaylee's favourite watch.
It's my favourite of the Tudors.
Go on then, Kaylee. Give you a rundown of it. You like it?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's different.
Is it ever going to be discontinued? No.
No.
Not until
Harrod's.
Harrod's.
I want to see it go.
Yeah, because I'm fed up. I've been doing this 2 years, and I reckon it's the most asked
question ever.
Yeah, more than anything else. You want to see it go, Paul?
Time ago.
Yeah. What would they replace it with, though?
Yeah, well, it's obvious.
edition.
Selfridges edition.
Yellow.
Selfridges, yeah.
Next question. Can anyone actually explain the format for how this will work? Sold at RRP or massively marked up, etc.? I kind of feel we've covered that tonight. No one really knows, do they?
No one.
No, but also
Well, what we have established is they're bidding below the sale RRP price currently.
So in order to get a watch now, you've got to accept a lower bid, a low ball,
Yeah.
a very low ball.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got to accept a lower price on your brand new one to buy a brand new one at list.
Yeah, which they can then resell your one they nicked off you
for triple the price.
For 50% markup. It's all looking good, isn't it, Paul?
It's not bad. I want to see what they're offering for a Daytona.
Yeah. I can't help thinking that the Rolex accredited news will be positive for the grey market. That's a nice statement. And PX98765, why do you think Rolex have never made a full yellow gold sea dweller?
I think
Paul?
it might
heavy
to make someone's arm
Too
fall
big.
off.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Not exactly going to go diving in it, I guess is the point. But would you dive in a all gold Submariner?
No.
But it would just
Personally
be
not.
too big. It would just be too big, too heavy and big.
Yeah.
Too big and too heavy. Okay.
Well, people moaned about when they brought out the bimetal Sea Dweller, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, that goes through phases, doesn't it, really?
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. That does us for our questions. I think we're all out of time now.
So next week, don't forget, 7:00 start.
Very, very important, Paul.
Yes.
You're going to be with us from early next week.
Oh, it's 7:00 start, is it?
Yeah.
So we're having a half an hour to allow for any mess ups like happened last time. So we make sure we get it out on your channel, out across. So we're going to have half an hour that if anything goes wrong, James in the background can faff around while we do a normal opening to our show.
So this is going out live on my channel as well, is it?
Hopefully. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
James,
Thank-
well,
thanks
that's
for-
the idea.
Nice one, guys.
Yeah.
I love you lot. I
Yeah.
love you lot. You're funny. No, that'd be great. I mean, I'll be more than delighted to have it out on my channel. We get as many people as we possibly can, and they can all tune in and watch a masochist suffer another.
As Chris Lutty's just said, have you got a defibrillator for Spencer?
Yeah, it can't ruin his mood because it's nearly Christmas, and I feel like on the Tuesday, he has to be in a good mood.
It
Are
was
we dressing
literally.
up Spence for next week?
I think we should.
What's that?
I reckon so.
We should
yeah.
dress up.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Paul, bring some of your clothes down. We're all sharing round.
Hold on a second. Boss Level Star just said, so just to clarify again, because I'm slow, if you registered for the first auction, you still register for the next one.
No, you should be registered, but please check all your details and that your credit card details are in there and the credit card's valid in case it's expired over the period. That's all. But you don't need to register again.
You don't need to
Just
re-register.
check everything.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, Paul, we'll see you in your fancy dress next week.
Thank you very much.
Or
And
would you
I've
like us to
just-
get you something?
I've just released a video that all you guys can go and see as soon as this show is finished. Sorry, Gav, what was that last question?
I've forgotten what I was saying. I think it was a statement. Do you want us to get you an outfit for next week?
No, you're all right, Gav. Thank you very much.
You wouldn't fit into Spencer's stuff. We're going to buy you something appropriate.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, I'm all right.
Okay. Fabulous. Spencer?
So Paul was just saying about his video. Let's let him-
sorry.
Go on then, Paul.
Yeah, I've just released a video that I think everyone will enjoy. So as soon as this show's over, it's just gone live. Nip over and have a look at that. Would really appreciate it. And let me know what you think. I'm sure you guys will like it.
Fantastic. Paul, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Always a pleasure.
We'll
Thank
see you
you, Paul.
next Monday in the flesh
Exciting.
to
Yeah,
see
see you
Spencer's
soon,
bum
guys.
twitch again.
Have a great week, Spencer. Final appeal before you go. Please be nice to all the watch people that ring you up this week. It is Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do them the best possible deal that you possibly can. And make sure you look after them.
Go on.
Will do.
Get your
Will do.
outro done,
All right.
Spence.
All right, Paul. All the best.
Good
Thank
lad.
you.
All right. Take care, guys.
No,
Bye.
Spence, you've got to do your
Bye.
outro.
Oh, okay. Bye, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. And remember, if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time.
Laughable. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.